Well, they were run by religious, they were sanctioned and supported by the state. And in a normal scenario, when abuses are being perpetrated against individuals, we would expect that at least the criminal justice system of the state would intervene to protect them. And this did not happen in this case. So therefore, I think it is difficult.
Israel has urged thousands of Palestinians in eastern and northern Gaza to use their homes as it continues airstrikes.
It's now looking more towards strategically developing this Frankfurt
Aircraft post.
A reminder to any news again this lunchtime. The Child Family Agency has published reports into the deaths of 4 young people. The cases involve 3 boys and 1 girl who died while either in care or known to the state's Child Protection Services. The 5th report has not been published following contact from the family concerned. And that's the one I'm news for now from me and all the team. Very good.
For the attention of passenger Turner and McGuffin travelling to Budapest on Airways flight EI678, please reciprocate 420 for boarding.
But also some scattered showers. You can see a below satellite image.
For the attention of passengers attempting to travel on our Lingus flight 5862 to Malaga, we apologise for this delay in boarding today. This is due to the late arrival of your inbound aircraft. Next information will be at 5:30 on behalf of Berlin, so
that's Dublin to Lanzarote.
Look at that one! That's a nice one.
So it's got more
Really good. I saw a couple of them from the top. You can actually see it. Here it is, look at this one.
Hello and good afternoon. Temperatures today just shy of 20 degrees Celsius. Generally speaking, if anything, set to turn even warmer
strategic objectives here. One is to develop out the contents area with very significant acreage, very significant sites that we have the pilots the capacity to do. And secondly, we can make a major contribution to housing demand in Dublin over the next few years. So we predict our commitment to 4,500 houses by the end of 2016, indeed 1,000 delivered by the end of this year.
By 15 for the 610 departure
I didn't know which sandwich you wanted, so I got two. So you take over.
ATR 42.
There's a better view over here now. ATR 42.
In April of this year, a revised plan for the redevelopment of Moore Street was signed off on by the then Minister for Arts, Heritage and Alton, Jimmy Deanahan. It provides for the restoration of the National Monument, numbers 14 to 17, and development of a commemorative centre on the site. The rest of the terrace will be demolished.
Agency is expected to have paid back more than 80% of the senior debt, €52 billion over 16 years.
Look, one there and one there. I'll go any night too, then I'm going. Are you going on a big airplane? On the green one. Yeah, we're going on that green one. Look, I think we're going on that one there. That green one. On this green. No, that one's going. We're going on a different one. We're going on.
For the 24 board passengers intending to travel on our latest flight for 622 Catania, flight is now showing for boarding at gate 426.
Number of shows died.
650 suspected
Teachers, scout leaders, former police officers and care workers. It stressed that none of the suspects is a serving or former MP or member of the government. More than 400 children have been protected as a result of the investigation, the biggest ever operation of its kind. 127 of these were deemed to be at immediate risk of harm. Laura Walsh, FOT News.
Israel has urged thousands of Palestinians in eastern and northern Gaza to leave their homes as it continues airstrikes. At least 10 people were killed during Israeli airstrikes in Gaza overnight, and more deaths have been reported today. It brings the number of Palestinian deaths over the last 9 days to over 200. Yesterday saw Israel's first fatality.
More overnight airstrikes across Gaza after a failed ceasefire. It was observed by Israel for just 6 hours, but ignored by Hamas militants who continued to fire rockets across the border. Their supporters took to the streets of Hebron to show their backing for the group's decision not to endorse the proposal.
For the attention of passenger Livery and Old Wires travelling to Rome, please proceed gate 422 for boarding.
A number of rockets have hit the southern Israeli town of Ashkelon, which is close to the Gaza Strip.
3 buildings that were hit in less than a week. 2 family homes and a gallery. We want Hamas to be deleted from the world.
Israeli troops are reinforcing their positions along the border as both sides vowed to intensify their attacks. The Israeli military has deployed vehicles belonging to civilians as well as militants. This was the house of the co-founder of Hamas, Mahmoud Zahar. This woman says, Hamas says we live in a prison. Unless they open the border crossings and free our prisoners and get us medicine, there will be no truce. The gulf between the two sides appears insurmountable.
The cost is high, the waste is great, and they cannot explain what do they want.
In the absence of political dialogue, the death toll continues to rise. Michelle McCochran, RTE News.
The Director General of the GAA has said that there was no
Let's fly down. Look at the size one. Yeah, look down, fall down, fall down.
The families are hoping
Look at that side one.
continues.
It's weird.